Hello, I'm David Cowan. Welcome back to my hand of the month. This was a hand that I played at a local Denver Bridge Club, Tech Center Bridge last month. Really interesting hand. It's got a little bit of everything, very interesting bidding, defensive play, and declarer play. You'll notice in the auction you have the relatively rare auction where everybody at the table bids the same suit. In this case, hearts. Anyway, we start with nobody vulnerable. We have three passes to the west hand. West opens one spade. North overcalls two hearts. And I'm sitting in the east hand and trying to figure out whether I want to bid two spades or do I want to give my partner a limit raise bid by bidding three hearts. I decide to go with three hearts, and South doubles because he likes hearts also. West then bids four hearts, which is not only forcing to game, but shows a definite slam interest. Well, when it gets back to me, I'm somewhat regretting that I showed a limit raise. I wish I'd have bid two spades now, but I really have nowhere to go at this point, so I bid four spades. South decides to sacrifice at five hearts, and West bids six spades directly, goes pass, 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 and North leads the Jack of Hearts. So when we're setting up a plan on how to try to make 12 tricks here, it appears that we have two possible lines of play. I can try to ruff as many times in dummy as they will let me. In this case, it looks like I could easily ruff two hearts, and that would give me one heart trick, seven spade tricks, assuming they split 2-3, or the jack falls. Ace of clubs for 9 tricks, and perhaps the king of diamonds, assuming the ace of diamonds is on side. Well, that's only 10. And even in a perfect world where diamonds were 3-3 with the ace on side, I might be able to set up 2 diamond tricks and get to 11. But there doesn't appear to be any path to 12 tricks at all. So the other line of play would be to try to set up the clubs. And the first thing about setting up the clubs is I can't afford to ruff even one time in dummy because I need to be able to pull trump ending in dummy after the clubs are set up. So given that, I have to let this run around. I'll pitch a diamond, let it run around to my ace. And I'm going to plan on pulling trump, and I need 2 entries to dummy to have any chance to set up the clubs. So the best line of play, the highest percentage line of play, is to play north for the jack of spades and lead towards the ace-9, as opposed to playing south for the doubleton jack of spades. So the first card I'm going to lay down is I'm going to start pulling trump. And then I'm going to unblock the ace of clubs. And an interesting thing happens, as it always does in bridge. Your plans change along the way. And this 10 of clubs is, if it's a singleton, I'm dead, because I need clubs to split 3-2 also. So either it needs to be a king-10 doubleton, or it could be a 10 small doubleton. And there's actually more probability that it's a 10 small doubleton, assuming that everybody false carded here. And I don't think humans are going to false card here enough percentage of the time to play it as 10 doubleton. I'm going to play it as king 10. So the next step is to get the dummy by leading towards the ace-9 of spades and finessing the jack. There's our first entry to dummy. And now, since I'm going to play north for the king 10, I could lead a small club and rough it, but it doesn't really cost anything to lead the queen of clubs because south might just cover the queen of clubs if he had king third, and then my problems would be solved. Well, he doesn't cover, and we weren't going to do the roughing finesse anyway. We're going to drop the king, and now I can pull trump by leading a spade to the ace. And I have 6 tricks, plus I have 5 good club tricks and dummy, and I will always score the queen of spades at the end, and I will have 12 tricks. Thank you all for watching, and if you are interested in more, I do offer online one-on-one bridge coaching on my website, which you see above me. But thanks again.